What if the deepest truths of modern physics had already been glimpsed thousands of years ago in the silent caves of the Himalayas, through the closed eyes of ancient sages? Today, we explore the surprising convergence between two seemingly distant worlds, quantum physics and Hinduism, one born from laboratories, equations, and particle accelerators, the other from introspection, meditation, and transcendental insight. One external, the other internal, but both asking the same question. One, what is reality? Part 1. A world without solidity. In the classical view of science, the world is made of objects, solid, predictable, separate. A chair, a tree, a body, a planet, all behaving according to Newton's laws, clean, mechanical, logical. But the quantum world is not so polite. At the subatomic level, everything is in motion. Particles behave like waves. Matter dissolves into probabilities. Electrons can be in two places at once. And more bizarre still, they only seem to choose a position when they are observed. Let that sink in. The universe, in some sense, is incomplete until it is witnessed. Part 2. The observer effect and the seer in Hinduism. In the double-slit experiment, particles of light or matter behave differently depending on whether someone is watching. This is not just poetic, it is empirical. Observation collapses possibilities into actualities. The observer influences the observed. Now shift to ancient Hindu philosophy. In Vedanta, there is the concept of the drashta, the seer, the eternal witness. Not the mind, not the senses, but the conscious awareness behind all perception. The Upanishads say, "You are not the body, you are not the mind, you are the witness of both." In both cases, quantum physics and Hindu thought, there is an acknowledgement that the observer is not passive. The observer is central. Reality does not exist independent of observation. Or perhaps reality is observation. Part 3. Maya and the illusion of separation. Quantum entanglement baffles even the brightest physicists. Two particles, light years apart, can instantaneously influence one another. This seems to violate space, time, even causality. Einstein called it spooky action at a distance. But in Vedanta, this non-locality is not spooky. It's natural. The idea that everything is interconnected, that the multiplicity of the universe is an illusion of perception, is called Maya. Maya means the world of appearances, a realm where we see form, name, separation, while the underlying reality is one indivisible field of consciousness. Just as quantum physics says that all matter is ultimately a vibrating field of energy and potential, Vedanta teaches that all form is Brahman, the formless, changeless, boundless source. The universe appears separate, but is inherently one. Part 4. Superposition and non-duality. Quantum superposition is the idea that a particle can exist in multiple states simultaneously until observed. Schrödinger's cat is both alive and dead. The particle is both here and there. Logic breaks. So too, in Advaita Vedanta, the school of non-duality, we are taught that the self is both manifest and unmanifest. You are both the individual and the infinite, the doer and the witness, the experiencer and the source of experience. Neti neti, not this, not that. is a process of peeling back identities until nothing remains but pure awareness. In both quantum theory and Vedantic insight, certainty is sacrificed for mystery. Reality is not binary, it is paradoxical, and we are at that paradox. Part 5. Consciousness as fundamental. Here lies the ultimate convergence. Quantum physics still debates, is consciousness a product of the brain? Or is it fundamental? Perhaps even more basic than matter itself. Some theories, like the Orcher model by Penrose and Hameroff, suggest that consciousness arises from quantum processes inside the brain's microtubules. Others go further, proposing that consciousness is not emergent, but primary. In Hinduism, this has always been clear. The Chandogya Upanishad says, Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma. All this is Brahman, Tattvamasi, that thou art. Consciousness is not a byproduct of neurons. It is the substratum of the cosmos, just as the screen remains unchanged. Regardless of the images projected onto it, pure awareness remains unchanged. Regardless of the forms it inhabits. Part 6. Karma, Probability, and Choice. Quantum mechanics introduces indeterminacy. A particle's behavior is probabilistic, not deterministic. We cannot predict precisely, only likely outcomes. Now, look at Hindu philosophy's idea of karma. Karma is not fatalism. It's not destiny written in stone. It's a system of cause and effect, but not mechanical. It accounts for intention, vibration, subtle energy, all of which ripple across time and space in ways we cannot fully measure. Both systems leave space for free will, for spontaneity, for evolution. Nothing is fixed. Everything dances. Part 7. Time, death, and the self beyond. Time in quantum theory is still a mystery. Some physicists believe time is not fundamental, that it's an emergent phenomenon from entanglement and entropy. To the rishis of the Upanishads, time, kala, is part of Maya, a tool for the manifest world, but irrelevant to the self. The true self, the Atman, is timeless. It was never born. It does not die. It witnesses birth and death, but remains untouched. Modern physicists now speak of a block universe, where past, present, and future exist simultaneously, which is not unlike the Hindu concept of Trikala Jena, awareness of all three times at once. In death, says Hinduism, we do not end. We return. We are not bodies that have consciousness. We are consciousness that is temporarily wearing a body. Part 8. The integration. Science meets soul. So, what do we do with this? We don't need to pit science against spirituality. We don't need to cling blindly to either. Instead, we ask, what is the inner meaning? Physics tells us the world is fluid, impermanent, and observer-dependent. Hinduism tells us the same, but it goes further. It says, you are the observer. You are the field. You are not in the universe. The universe is in you. This is not metaphor. This is realization, and it cannot be known by thought alone. It must be felt, lived, embodied. Meditation becomes the collider. Stillness becomes the laboratory. Awareness becomes the final frontier. Closing. Returning to the source. So, take a breath. Not just of air, but of awareness. Feel your body vibrating. Your thoughts arising, yourself watching. You are not just a pattern of atoms. You are not just a passenger in this experience. You are the experiencer, the light in the wave, the dreamer in the dream. Modern physics calls it a quantum field. The rishis called it Brahman. Either way, you are that,